Hey planner friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my 2026 Tetra Kagi. I know it's been a while since I've made a video, but to be completely honest with you, this last year has not been my year. That being said, I'm ready to jump back into things for next year, and I'm super excited about my lineup and I'm super excited to share it with you. We've got some old favorites and some newcomers, and we're going to go through it all today. Okay, so here is my planner stack for next year. I think it looks largely the same as my stack for this year, but also quite different. So let's run through it. Before we do, let's do a recap of how this year went. Let's just say it didn't go well. My weeks, this is how she's looking. Yeah. My hon. Ooh. This is how she's looking. I am going to be so honest in saying that this year is a difficult year for me mentally, and because of that I just didn't really want to journal. I find that if I'm in a bad headspace, that translates into my journaling and I just fester, and when I write about it I hyperfixate on the negative. So I try not to do that, and I don't force myself to journal if I'm not feeling up to it. So that is kind of where we were at for this year. And this is actually the first year that I've had a really unsuccessful journaling year in a very, very, very long time. So a bit disappointing, but it is what it is. Again, this is a hobby, and it's a reminder that you don't need to fill in every page. Don't force yourself to if you don't want to, and write if you feel like it, and that helps you get out of a negative headspace, but you gotta do what's best for you. And for me, this year was just not it. That being said, I'm excited to jump back into it for next year, especially in my 5-year. So you will see, again, kind of what I was saying. It's been quite neglected. Part of me does feel bad about it, but the other part of me is reminding myself that especially with a 5-year journal, it is a marathon, not a short distance race. It's 5 years and you have to give yourself some grace. You're not going to want to write every single day. You can definitely go back and back journal if you want to, but at the end of the day, it has to serve you and your life, and it's okay if you don't write in every single page. So I'm okay with where I'm at in this. I'm just excited to get back on the horse. I've started journaling in it again since I've been back in my planners, but it's not something that I'm forcing. I do think that I have to reevaluate how I'm using this, because I am finding a lot of overlap between this planner and my daily journaling. So we'll see what happens next year, and we'll see if this goes in a different direction. But for now, this is how it's being used, and that's how I'm going to continue to use it. I also did get a brand new cover for it. This is the Hiroko Kubota 5-year cover, and I'm absolutely in love with it. I think Hiroko Kubota is just so whimsical and so fun, and I'm obsessed with this cover. It makes me so excited to jump into this 5-year. That being said, I do wish that Hobonichi would make a clear cover on cover for the 5-year, or like in the A5 and A6, just because I don't want this beautiful cover to get stained. And my desk is an absolute filthy mess because my cats love to come on it and they have really gross, grubby little paws sometimes, and I don't want any of that on this cover. But I'm also learning to just be at peace with how things are. It was meant to be used and I'm gonna use it. If it gets dirty, it gets dirty. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. But I'm very excited about this, and I'm excited to see how next year goes. Alright, the next piece of the puzzle is kind of a familiar face, but also kind of a newcomer. It is the Hobonichi Cousin. Now, I have been in an A5 Hobonichi for many, many years. but the actual form it takes place in has changed over the years. So I've used a Cousin, I've used the Avec, most recently the last 2 years I've used the Hon, but as you can see, next year I've decided to go back to just the Cousin. I think part of the thing that made me not want to jump into the planner as much as well, especially when I wasn't feeling great, was just that the cover, as much as I love the Heroku Kubota cover that I have for the Hon, it was just a bit uninspiring after a while and it just didn't really feel me. Whereas the Cousin, I've decorated it all and every little sticker just speaks to me. So this makes me so excited to jump into it and I just can't wait to fill this up. The function of this is just going to be daily journaling. There is nothing new that is going to happen in here. I'm still figuring out what I want to do with the monthlies and the weeklies. I feel like those are the most neglected sections of my planner, especially now that I'm no longer a student and especially now that I use something else for planning. This is purely for journaling. In the past, I've done some like decorative style daily journaling, as in like what happened in my day on the weekly spreads, and I've done like a line a day for the monthly. I might go back to that. We'll kind of see what happens. I don't feel too much pressure. I'm just going to take it as it comes, but the actual daily pages is going to stay the same. It's just going to be journaling and I'm really excited about it. Also, I just can't get over how cute this cover is. I did put a clear cover on it, by the way, if you're curious. This is the Midori Codex cover. The Codex cover is the only one from Midori that will fit. Mine's fresh out the packaging, so it's going to relax with time, but don't get the regular A5 cover or it'll be too small. Alright, and for now, that's in this Liberty Fabrics cover from Hobonichi. I actually got this when I went to Japan, and I'm very happy that I did end up bringing this one into my collection. I actually got a number of covers this year, and I did film a haul that I haven't edited or uploaded. I don't know, I feel like Hobonichi season's kind of over, but if you are interested in seeing it, I can definitely edit and upload that. Just let me know in the comments. But yeah, this is the cover that I'm going to go with for now. I will change it later, but in Australia we're currently in summer, and I feel like this is the perfect summer cover. It's just so pretty. Love it. Okay, so that's my Cousin. This is like the main piece. This is the one that I focus the most on, so definitely the one that I'm most excited about. Alright, the next one is a new addition, and it is my last Hobonichi item for next year, and this is the A6. Again, I just got a regular A6 Tetra. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, my A5 and my A6 are both the Japanese version. I've had the English version for a couple of years now, and to be honest with you, I never read the quotes, and when I do read them, I wish that I didn't read them because I find them to be rather odd most of the time, and it just doesn't really add anything, so I'm quite content to just have the Japanese in my planner. So yeah, this is how I decorated it. I'm obsessed with how it looks. I think it's so cute, and again, so me. And I finally used a lot of my Coffee Monsters Co. vinyls that I'd been saving. I used some stickers that I bought when I went to Taiwan this year, and there's lots of Sticky Club in here, and Mindwave that was purchased from Japan. So there's just lots of stuff going on, but it's very me, and I'm super excited about jumping into this one. This one is actually just going to be a creative journal. There is no other purpose than being creative. So if that means I try my hand at improving drawing, I'm really bad at drawing. I can't draw to save my life. I probably have the drawing ability of a goldfish, but it's a skill that I've always wanted to work on. So maybe if I want to do some practice, I might do that in here. I also just want to be able to put stickers in here. As silly as it sounds, I just love playing around with stickers. and not doing much else, I have a lot of stickers, and I do use stickers in my like daily journaling, but I just have so many. Like, this is all Sticky Club from the advent calendar. I've got some more Sticky Club on the way that I got during Black Friday. I also have, bear with me, a whole folder of stickers that I got when I was in Taiwan and China, and then I have a whole folder of stickers that I got that are Japanese or Korean branded. So I just have so many stickers. I also have heaps of pet tapes as well, and it's all stuff that I wish that I could use more often, so I do use them in my daily journaling. As I said, let me give you an example. So this is my current style, very different than the stickers I just showed you, but I'm trying my hand at the junk journal style and I'm obsessed. As you can see, this is from the other day, and I decorated but didn't journal, and again, I'm okay with that. So yeah, this is how I sticker up. Sometimes I put less stickers. I'm not going to go too much into that because there's a lot of personal stuff that is in there, but sometimes I use less stickers, sometimes I use more. I do like to use them in my daily journaling. However, I just have so many stickers and I don't get a chance to use them all, so I thought it'd be fun to have a creative journal. I'm also just going to put quotes or thoughts, just random things in here, but this is not going to be writing focused. There will not be a lot of writing going on in this, which means it will bulk up a lot, but I'm excited to see how it looks at the end of the year, and I really hope that this helps me keep my creativity, because this last year I have felt so creatively stifled and uninspired, and I don't know, I'm hoping that this helps me keep going. So I'm excited about this one. And the next two are both traveler's notebooks. Now, I have never thought that I was a traveler's notebook girly, and I've been in the planner community for a very long time, so I've always known about travelers. I actually didn't even get these when I went to Japan, and I did go to Japan this year. I bought these after I came back because I was just convinced that I could never be a traveler's notebook girl. Now, I don't know if I will be and if this is going to work for me, but I did commit and we're going to give it a red hot go, and I am excited about it, so let's jump in. We'll start with the specs on these. So these are, I have the regular and the passport size. They're both the Love and Trip edition, so they're both this gorgeous burgundy color. On camera it's looking really dark brown. Oh, I guess that's a better idea of the color, but it's just a true burgundy. It's absolutely stunning. And this one's gonna be my everyday carry, and this one's gonna be, we'll get into that one. So let's start with the passport. I'm actually gonna zoom in. I should have zoomed in when I was talking about the A6 as well, but that's okay. Okay, so this is her, and I've got 3 inserts in here. So the first thing I've got in here is this sleeve. I'm gonna decorate it and put some pictures and stuff in here. I just haven't had a chance to do that yet. I've also got 2 sticker sheets that are just hanging around there for now, so just some colored dots and some star ratings. I will find a proper home for these instead of just having them tucked in, but right now that's where they live. And then these are the 3 inserts that I've got. So the first one is the monthly insert. I think it's just practical and I'll be able to write stuff in. My favorite thing about the traveler's inserts, the dated ones, is that they go all the way to the edge of the page and you don't lose half the page to a border, especially because the size is already so small. It's nice that you get all of it. And then I feel the same way about the weekly insert, which is what's here. So this is January to June, and I did already decorate it. These are just some stickers that I made and printed on my silhouette from Canva. So that's how I decorated it. Very Mediterranean, very summery. I don't know, I thought it was cute. I might get sick of it, but that's fine. It's only half a year. And then here's how the weekly insert looks. Again, I'm just going to use it to jot down everyday things, work, to-dos, whatever. And again, much like the monthly, I love how all of the space is usable. I just, ugh, so good. Okay, then my last insert is a plain graph insert, also from Travelers, and as you can see, it's going to be my commonplace book. Again, these are just stickers that I print and cut myself. I made them on Canva, and then I used my silhouette to cut them. And it's volume 1. I've always wanted to do a commonplace notebook. I've just never found the right notebook. I think my biggest problem with commonplace notebooks is I've always been an A5 notebook girly, but honestly I think A5 is too big for a commonplace. It's not practical, especially if you don't work from home. So I just found it impractical to take in and out of my bag, like on public transport or at work, and as such, it just never worked for my life until I realized I could try pocket size. And so I really like the pocket size purely because it is exactly that. It will fit in my work jacket pocket. So that's where I plan to keep this, in my pocket, and then I can just take it in and out and cross-reference it super easily. Spend most of my time at work. If I'm not at work, I'm at home or on public transport. So for all of those places, this size is just so convenient, and I'm so excited to see what I collect in here. I wasn't sure if I wanted to use a dot grid, a blank, or a graph, so I bought all three, and I decided that I'll trial the graph first. On that note, I've also put in some coloured dot stickers. That's why these are going to be in here. And I'm yet to decide what each section or colour will represent, but once I have decided, I will fill that out, and I will do that sometime this week. I've just been really caught up. It's the end of the year and everything's happening, but I will get around to it before next year starts. Okay, so again, for now, these stickers are just gonna live in here, as well as this. So I did also buy a passport pencil board, and I attached a Leuchtturm pen loop to the back. I just have to say how impressed I am with this pencil board because it is plastic. I love Hobonichi pencil boards because I think they're adorable. However, this being plastic is elite tier. I have really clammy fingers, so everything gets damp, and it really bugs me, especially since I love paper so much. I hate when I'm writing and the paper just gets damp. So same thing with the pencil boards. Even though the Hobonichi ones are quite sturdy, they are still, you know, a paper material, and they do still kind of get damp, and I don't love it. But this is fully plastic and I'm obsessed. Also, look how cute it is. Anyway, so I just attached a pen loop onto there so that I can slip a pen in. Okay, maybe not that pen, but a pen. Hold on. I gotta demonstrate the vision. This is just a jelly roll. I won't actually use a jelly roll in here, probably not anyways, but then it just perfectly, you know, goes around, and I've got the pen. And a cute pencil board. So I'm super happy with that. You could also clip a pen to the side loop, but if I were planning to do that, I would have put it up higher. Which also, this is a Uniball P, I believe. Super cute size for a pocket TN, just FYI. Okay, the last piece of the puzzle, dun, 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 is the standard. Now this, I don't really have much to show you, and I guess we'll get into why. So this only has 2 inserts in it right now, and it's only going to house 2 inserts at the maximum. Eventually it'll probably only house 1, but for now we've got 2. Those 2 inserts are as follows. Well, actually, first of all, I do have a clear plastic pocket in this one as well. Again, I'm going to add some, this is Carrot. She wants to be included in everything, and she is the reason why my desk gets really gross sometimes, because of little paws. Anyway, I'm going to put some decorative stuff in here. I haven't decided what the vibe is, and I haven't really had time to think about it, but rest assured that will be done soon. Okay, now this is the star of the show. There's nothing to it yet. As a matter of fact, it's rather ordinary, and there's absolutely nothing special about it because it's just a blank traveler's insert. The plan for this though is that this traveler's notebook is going to be my junk journal. I have seen junk journaling pop up everywhere, and I really love the aesthetic, and it's something that I'm really keen to try because I used to love scrapbooking. I just don't have the time for it anymore. Making 12 by 12 spreads or even 6 by 6 spreads is a lot with the layering and the decorating, and scrapbooking is a very polished aesthetic, if you will. But what I liked about junk journaling is that it just is very carefree, it's very loose, and you can kind of do whatever. I think part of the aesthetic is being a bit messy. So I think that that'll be easier to keep up with, and the plan is that every single week I am going to do a junk journal spread of junk that I've collected throughout the week, as well as photos that I'm going to edit on Canva and print and cut using my Silhouette. And then each week will be one spread. If I feel like doing extra spreads, I will put them in here as well. I'm not saying I'm only gonna do one spread a week, but I'm not pressuring myself to do more than one spread a week. I do just want to do one spread a week at the minimum, and then at the end of the year I'll have probably a couple of these filled, and I think it'll just be fun to look back on. So I'm super excited about that, and I'll allow myself to try out different styles, and it'll just be fun. Again, a way for me to be creative without too much pressure. And also, no writing. I think no writing makes it easier sometimes, because when you have a whole page to fill, it can be quite daunting, but if you're just sticking stuff down, no pressure. So I'm really excited about this one. And the other insert that I've got in here at the moment is this one. And this is just a sticker release book. As you can see, I've got some that I've printed and cut myself. I made these on Canva, yet again. If you don't already use Canva, it's a great tool. That's all. So I did these on Canva, and I print them using my Silhouette, and I just took them off the backing paper and put them in here. I've got some more stickers that I want to put in here, but I think it'd be fun for on the go, or if I do a weekend trip, or if I go out and I want to quickly put some stuff in here. But yeah, that is how I plan to use my standard TN. Alrighty. Now we've gone through everything that I'm going to be using for my 2026 planner lineup. My 5-year is on the floor next to me, and I'm not going to pick it up for the money shot, but this is everything. Let me know down in the comments what you guys plan to use for your planner lineup next year. I'd be super curious to see. I'm really excited about mine, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for some more videos coming soon. I've got some ideas of stuff that I want to show you, and I'm just super excited to be back. Alright, I'll catch you in the next one.